calculation with me. You're going to build an Excel sheet similar to this one. Every rectangle that you're looking at is a cell, and if you guys are not familiar with Excel, Excel is very powerful because then you can have separate cells that you can manipulate mathematically if you want to, or you can just put text on them. So the first thing you need to do is copy this one. I tried to copy it into an Excel sheet. It doesn't give you the exact format. Either you type it or you copy and paste it. But if you copy and paste it, though, it doesn't give you the exact format, like I said. So when you, here's how it's going to look like in Excel when you do it in Excel. Basically, each one of these is a cell. Okay, so here's what I expect you guys to do. When you look at the PDF file, every one of these rectangles is a cell. So for example, when you start typing, you start with cell number 1, but 1 right next to it, general lighting loads. Now, I don't know if you, let me go this way. Can you guys see how these cells are merged together? Each one of these squares is a cell, but there are multiple cells merged together. So that's what I want to show you, how to merge multiple cells together. Okay, so let's go to the Excel sheet. If you do me a favor and you type the first line, make sure the first line is typed for you. So just start anywhere and put 1, just type 1 and type general lighting, and then move a couple of cells like this and put MP, main panel, a couple of cells move, and put apartment 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Another cell leave. You know what I mean? Everybody can see how you move the cells. How do you type? It's just you type it. So here's an MP, just like you type in any Word document. Here's my MP. Any question, guys, about typing in a cell? Can I have thumbs up, Chad? It's easy for us to type in a cell.
You want it all in one column, though, that 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Yes. All the panels, I would like them to be in one column. The reason for this one, guys.
I thought, because I put like apartment 1 in one column, apartment 2 in another, apartment.
Be my guest if you want to. They're all going to be the same size for the most part. What I suggest to simplify the process is to, since they're all almost the same size, use one calculation for all of them. Okay. All right. Before I move on, guys, anybody knows any question about typing in a cell? Now, how do you make these the lines around them? Say, look, I'm going to go type something here, Chad, in this cell. Look at this at the top cell. I'm typing Chad. If I want to make a square, can you guys see how you make make it look like a table? One more time. Adam, if you click, I type Chad here. If I want to go make it like looks like a table, border it. Can you guys see? Everybody knows where the bordering is, right in here. So here's, you can make a border. So it looks like this. That's how you get that border. Can you have thumbs up, Chad? We know how to get the border around the cell. One more time. You click on the cell. You come over here. You pick the border. You can underline it. Bottom border, top border. Typically, the one that I use all the time is all borders. Can you guys see that? All borders. So if I want all borders around this area, I click here, go to all borders, and look how it makes it. Adam, can you see how it makes that borders? If you click all these cells, I want to make a border out of them, highlight them all, and go all border, and it makes them, it border them. Can I have thumbs up, Chad, how we make it border? And I know you guys, probably some of you know Excel, some don't. Okay? Made a mistake. How do you get rid of your borders? Well, you can hit the delete. Can you guys see that? I will delete this area. And then to get rid of the border, I made this border, made a mistake, right? Click on the border again, and can you guys see where it says no border? Adam, do you see that one where it says no border? Click on no border. That will get rid of all your borders. Any question, guys, how to put a border? How to border a cell or multiple cells to make it look like a table? Can I have thumbs up so I can move on for that bordering business? Okay. Now, every cell, you can see how it's typed. Now, how do you merge cells? Look at these guys. There are 3 cells here. Can you guys see there's 3 cells here? How do you merge them? Because like see, general lighting, it's actually taking the spot of 3 cells. How do you merge three cells? They call it merge. Okay, let me show you something. Go highlight three cells like this. Any three cells, right? Cool. Right click on it and it says format cells. Click on format cells. When you click on format cells, guys, it will tell you hit alignment and always hit wrap text and merge cells. Wrap text and merge cells that will wrap the text that you typed in one of these cells and it will merge them together. And if you hit OK, guess what? These three cells now act as one cell. If you go border, see Adam, when you go border, the border looks like this. One more time. So now I want to get rid of this merge. I merged them, I made a mistake. I merged them and I made a mistake, right? So highlight them again, right click, go to format cells. Do you see it says alignment? Unclick the wrap and unclick the merge, and this will unmerge them. I have border here that I want to get rid of. Or what you have to do, go to the border and put no border. Now you go back to where you were. I need a thumbs up, Chad, how to merge. How do we merge cells to make it look like this? Adam, does it make sense? Derek? Karen? Okay. So we know how. So this sheet that you guys are looking at is cells, merge cells, and borders so far. Before we go into the math. Any comments, any questions? So look at this cell here, Adam. This cell is three cells merged. Can you guys see that one? I want to unmerge it. Let me show you how I unmerge it. Right click. If you go to cell format, do you see where it says merge? Unmerge it. If you unmerge it, it looks like this. Can you guys see that, how it looks like this? So when you start typing, it looks, your text is hidden somewhere. So highlight them again. I want to merge them. Right click, format cell, and go merge and wrap the text. And that will get you the look that you're looking at here. Okay? I need thumbs up that we know how to merge cells, we know how to border cells. Cool? Okay. The next, guys, is when you have a cell, you can decide if this cell is going to be a text or a math. I want you guys to go to one cell and right click on it at the top. One cell, right click on it at the top and go to format cell. I want this cell, go to, when you go to a cell, go to numbers. You can make this cell text. Can you guys see that? You can make this text you can make it, typically all the cells are general, meaning you can put numbers or words in them. If you want it text only, you don't want to put numbers. Okay? So all what you have to do, go click on text. Now that will make this this cell text, and then that will make this particular cell as a text cell. Okay? There's a lot of other things that you can guys do with them. Okay, so we got these texts. Okay, let me see what the format that we did for that one. Format cell, general. Okay. Okay. All right. Any question, guys, about typing? So the rest is just a typing exercise. Now let's go to the math. Let's go to the math. I walked you guys through this beginning of this week how to use this. So I'm not going to go over the details, the code details. This cell, particular cell, is a math cell. This is the area. So it says 4,000 square foot multiply at 3 volt per amp. That's the math. Okay. How do you make a math? This cell is a math cell. The first thing you do, go to a cell and hit equal. Type equal. Cool. When you type equal, guys, now I want this cell to equal this cell. Now click on the other cell. Now I have a cell equal a cell. If you hit enter, guess what happened? This cell becomes equal to this cell. But that's not what I want though. What I want to do here, click on it, One more time. I'm going to go ahead equal. I want this cell to equal this cell multiplied by how much? 3. So type 3, that little asterisk there. Can you guys see that? That's your multiplication. And type 3 at the top. Now this, what you're telling this cell, I want you to have a math in you. I want you to be whatever in that cell multiplied by 3. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? Every time you need to do math, you always must start with the equal. Can I have a thumbs up? Whenever you do math in Excel, you start with typing equal. When you are at this point, hit enter. Now guess what happened? Now I have this cell, 12,000, which is 4,000 multiplied by 3. I need thumbs up that we know how to do that. Okay, let's look at this cell, Adam. This cell here is supposed to be equal whatever the square foot of the apartment, which is this number, multiplied by what? Multiplied by 3. Enter. That's how I came up with the 3,000. Whenever you do math, you always start with what? Equal. And then you go pick the cell that you want it, multiply it, or divide it, or add it. Any comments, guys, about that? Okay. Now, where did you get these numbers? I want to show you guys in CAD how to get these. I have my CAD open. Let's go to the upper level. Oops. I have my CAD open. Minimize this. You need the area, right? So when you need the area, this is the upper level. So if you come here, you go to any upper level or lower level, and type in CAD, you type area, just type area, cool? And enter. Now, did you guys hear me? In CAD, you type area and enter, and then you go pick the corners of this building. You put yourself in ortho. You know how to put yourself in ortho, and pick just the corners. Can you guys see that? Now I am finding the area of this from CAD instead of measuring it. By typing the area and going and picking the corners of this building. Okay. Now right here, you can right click and enter. Can you guys see the bottom here? Can everybody see the bottom? What is here right at the bottom? What does it say? The area of this floor is 2423.9, like 2424, 2424. I need thumbs up, Chad. We know how to find the area from CAD. All what you have to do, type the area and pick the corners of that building. That will get you the area. Why do I care about the area? Because you need to find the volt amp based on the area. And it gives you also the parameter. Adam, does it make sense? In CAD, type area, pick the corners of the 4 corners of the building, top or bottom, they should be the same, and that will get you 2424. Everybody can see where 2424 is right at the bottom here. It says 24 at 23.9597, so we approximate it to 2424. I need thumbs up before I move up out of this step. Cool? Karen, Derek? Hold your horses. That's floor 1. Now, how many floors do we have? 2. So you're going to multiply this by what? 2. Okay. So that will get you 2424 times 2 equal 4845. So that your total is 4845. Everybody knows why that? Because I took one floor, multiplied by, they're identical. This is floor 1, multiplied by 2 because I have 2 floors. The NEC code book, guys, you have to count the habitable area. So we're not going to go split here, and so we took the all 97% of this area is habitable area. So we took all of it. So everybody knows where I came up with 2424 and multiplied by 2, that will give you 4848. Okay? As long as I'm on it, so now I'm going to go minimize this, and I'm going to go right here. Can you guys see where it says 4,000? This will be then 48, 48, 48, right? And if you do that, can you guys see the number now changed? So my area for the whole building is 48, 48, 4,448 square feet. That's the whole building. Now let's go do the same thing for the apartment. So the allocated volt amp for the whole apartment, lighting and small lighting and general purpose receptacle is 14,544. Let's go find the apartment, shall we? The area for the apartment. I'm going to minimize this, go back to my CAD. Where's my CAD? Here's my CAD. I'm going to go to upper. It doesn't matter. The reason why I went to upper, guys, because upper, now we have 4 apartments, Karen. Which one of them should I use? Now, technically, if you're doing your test exam for the state of Minnesota and they ask you this question, guess what you need to do? You need to take each and every one of them and find the square foot for it. Now, we don't split hair when we do design. When you have an apartment building like you do, guys, and most of them are the same, so what do? Pick the largest one. Typically, they're not, the difference in square feet is not that substantial. So what I usually do in a case like this, since there are 4 of them, and Derek, 3 of them are identical, and one of them has an extra bedroom, right? So I'll use the big one to match as a sample for all of them. So instead of splitting here and doing the calculation 4 times. Did you guys hear me? But be my guest if you do the calculation 4 times. Okay, let's go find the area of the largest apartment. Here's the largest apartment, the one that has a 3rd bedroom type area. Again, enter. I'm going to go track. And by the way, Adam, don't be upset. You don't have to be the exact area. So look, for example, I start from the outside parameter of this apartment right here, almost right here, right? Don't sweat it too hard if you're closer. And at this point here, I'm grabbing the area of my apartment, zoom in, grab it this way. And now I'm only worried about the apartment. Here's my apartment. And I'm going to go right here. Can you guys see that? Everybody's okay with that? And here's my, okay. Now I grabbed all the, now I'm right in here, right? Right now you can either click at the end or right click and enter. And ladies and gentlemen, I am looking at 1230, right? And don't put the 0.1774. Anything less than 0.5, drop it. So I'm looking at 1230 is this apartment. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? 1230 is the total square feet of this apartment. Cool, 1230. So I'm going to go to my Excel sheet and I'm going to go type 1230 in this cell. And look what happened. It multiplied it by 3. So each apartment is going to be 1230, 1,230 square feet. The whole building is going to be 4,848 square feet. I need thumbs up, Chad. We've just done it together, guys. Now, do you guys know how to find the area in CAD? See how easy that is? Otherwise, Derek, you have to have a blueprint, and of course, you know how to find an area of a square. Multiply the 2 sides of that square, and divide your building into squares and rectangles, and you're good to go. Any comments, any questions? Now, how about the house panel? This panel is the common panel, the house panel. Call it P, whatever you guys call it, P5. How do you do this step for this? Well, let's go find the areas, the common areas in this building. The common areas. Find the area for the common building. So I'm going to go back to CAD, guys. And you might have to do a couple of times. So I'm going to go right in here. Here's my common stairway here. Can you guys see that? So take this common stairway. If you go at the bottom, it should give you the, so you basically, let's start with this one here, area. You might have to add them up. Start with area, grab this common area, oops. Area, and find the common stairway. And don't sweat it too hard, like I said. I'm going to find this common area and apply my math on it. Right click, enter. So this area is 148. Put them aside, 148. Okay, now let's, now this is top. in this, okay, so let's go to this area then. I'm going to go find this area. You end up splitting hair here. And remember, the stairway goes, I might be able to find it better. Okay, let's start here. From here to here. Okay, to here. Remember, it goes all the way down underneath, right? In the second floor. Okay. All right, so something like this, enter. I have another 88 plus 88. Okay, and this one probably is going to be another 88 or something. Area, enter. If you take it from here, remember, I'm taking it all the way down, guys, all the way down under the closet because it goes downstairs too. So here's my area here. I know it's... Okay, so I have another 87 plus 87 equal 323. And if you go to the lower level, you're going to go to the lower level. Did you get the lower level, guys? Remember, I got the lower level in the stairways together, right, Adam? Because I took them at the top. The only common area in the lower level that I did not take into consideration, guys, is this area. So the laundry. So grab your laundry. And again, don't sweat it too hard. So I have 100, 104, 168 plus 168. So I'm looking at 491 so far. And of course there was this area, guys, that we didn't take into consideration because it's at the lower level area. And really, so I'm going to take this one here, 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 and here, right click and enter. So I have another 54 plus 54. So we're looking at 545 square feet for the common area. Did you guys come to something similar to this? What did you come up with? I came up with 545.
Yeah, 570.
Don't sweat it too hard. So don't sweat it too hard. So based on how you calculated it and how exact you are, it's not going to make a major difference, by the way, a couple of feet. So how about if we put 600 for a total for all of them, approximate? Because there's a closet, there's a couple of things. So we're going to go down and put 600 feet, but that's how you do it. So can you guys see that? Now the square foot, this one is going to be equal. Oh, now I need to put 600 here. Just put it right here so you can have it. Here's my 600. This cell is going to equal the 600 multiplied by 3, right? There you go. That's for the comment panel. Any comments, any questions? Okay, so we got that one. Everybody knows how to find the area from CAD and how to put it in an Excel sheet and how to do the math. I need a thumbs up, Chad, before I let that go. Okay. The rest, Adam, is just formatting it, guys. Formatting, the reason why I made it in a table format for you, because to show you how many cells you need. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly like mine, Derek. If yours is less or more, if you can get yourself to do it with more or less cells, that's fine. I'm not sweating it too hard. Like, look at this cell here. This cell, I'm not using it. So if you go delete this cell, it doesn't hurt my feeling, the last cell. Okay. Now we know how to multiply. I want to go back down here. And can you guys see? Now, step number 3, we skipped step number 2, by the way, because that was for branch circuits. We care less about the branch circuits in this calculation. Here's step number 3. Step number 3, it says the small appliances circuit. I want to remind you the number 8 came from because we have 4 apartments. How many small appliances circuit for each apartment? Derek, 2 of them. So 2 times 8, 2 times 4, 8. That's where the 8 came to be. Okay, each one of them must be allocated 1500 volt amp from an NEC code book. So here's how you do the math. You put equal 8 multiplied by, here's your multiplication, multiplied by 1500. And enter. That's how you get the math. Can you guys see the math is right at the top? Everybody sees, if you click on it, the math will show here at the top. If you click on a math cell, double click on the math cell, it converts the number into math. That's how you know that this cell has math in it. And if you look at it here, you can see the math at the top here, or if you can double click on it, it will tell you that it has math in it. All right, so now let's go for apartment number. Each apartment is going to have what? Only 2 circuits. So here's my, can you guys see where it says that equal? Equal. This one is going to have 2 circuits. Oops, not minus, Chad. We're going to have, where's my equal? Equal. This cell multiply by 1500. Enter. Now I know that this cell, can you guys see that? If you double click on it, can you guys see if you double click on it, guys, it tells you, oops, it doesn't, now it's screwed up. If you double click on it, it tells you where the math is too. Skip. It's skip. Okay, if you double click on it, it tells you which cell are you doing. Okay, I need thumbs up that, Chad, we know how to do multiplication and we know how to do math by putting equal. I know, guys, you need to type that thing, but my interest right now is knowing how to do the math. Adam, makes sense? Derek?
Yeah.
I know, there's a lot of stuff, guys, that you do. Okay. So, but that's it, really. Equal, multiplication. Let me go to the second. Laundry, same thing. Look at these cells are merged. Everybody knows how to merge a cell here? Right click on it, cell format. It goes to alignment. And that's how you see it's merged here. If you want to unmerge them, Derek, you unclick this one. That's how you merge cells. What does merging cells mean? Merging cells means making them one cell. For the sake of typing text or for the sake of doing math. Later on, Karen, the reason why it's important to merge cells, if I want 5, 6, 7, 8 cells to be one cell for the sake of typing into it or for the sake of putting math into it, that's how you merge them. Otherwise, when you do math or when you type, they will be treated as separate cells. And I hate to say it, I don't want to turn you guys into a complete Excel, but I thought that's a good refresher. This will help you guys design your Excel sheet this time and next time. I need thumbs up, Chad. We know how to type. We know how to make a cell. We know how to border the cell, right? Okay, I want to go to this, guys, one more time. This is supposed to be 3000. Look at this. There is no math in this. When you click on it and it doesn't have, there is no math on it. So I'm going to go type equal. This will equal 2 because 2 laundry circuits I have. Now multiplied. Look at this. I have 2, put the multiplication symbol right here. Then instead of typing 1500, I already have the 1500 in one cell. So this is will tell it to multiply whatever in cell C21 by cell E21 and hit enter. So whatever you put in C21 will be multiplied by E21. Oh, by the way, everybody knows that Excel is divided in columns. This is column E, and also rows. This is row 21, right? The coordinates of this cell. So the coordinate of this cell, the coordinates of, so let's go to that one. So this part, can you guys see this cell? The coordinates of this cell is C21. C column, row 21. I need thumbs up, Chad, because that's very important. Every cell have its own coordinates. C21. The coordinates of this cell here is, this will be E21. Will be E21. No, now if I want to, I can add here. You can have plus, guys. I want to add. I don't want to do it, but I want to add this number too. Look at that. So now add whatever in this cell and hit enter. Now it's screwing it up. Look at this. It's multiplying these two cells first by each other and then adding this cell. Obviously, I don't want to do that. So what do? You come over here and you delete this and you hit enter. Every time before you finish your math function, Adam, you must hit enter. Is that good refresher? Let's go for something a little bit more interesting. Okay, now we did everybody knows how to multiply two cells. You pick the first cell, type the multiplication, the asterisk, hit the second cell. That's how you can pick. If you want to multiply a third cell, what do? Put the asterisk again, pick the third cell. The fourth cell, same way. Any comments, guys? Any questions? Okay, there's some interesting math here. This math is interesting math, guys. Now, step number 5, it says add line 1, 3, and 4. So this number here should be adding step number 1, 3, and 4. Okay? So this is how you're going to do it. Equal. In this cell, I want to add step 1. Can you guys see how I picked equal? Step 1 plus step 2 plus picking 2. Step 3. Now, can you guys see I added these 3 and they're highlighted and colored. Can you guys see them? And when you're done, hit enter. Now, this number is the addition of this number plus this number plus this number. That's how you add numbers in an Excel. You type equal, go pick the cell that you want to add, the first cell, plus the second cell, plus the third cell, plus the fourth, the fifth, the sixth. When you're done, hit enter. That will add all these cells. There's also a function called sum. If you want to add separate cells, the best way to do it is do it this way, guys. If they're separate, they're not continuous, right? They're not by each other. Otherwise, you can also use a sum. Everybody knows how to add cells. Now, this number, 29544, is basically the addition of these 3 numbers. Now, I'm going to do the same thing for this, guys. I'm going to have equal this cell plus this cell plus this cell. Enter. Okay. Cool. Now, I want to remind you for the house panel, can you do me a favor, guys? For the house panel, are there any small appliances? Are there any small appliances for the house panel? No. So you're going to go equal. You're going to, this one, make it equal. How are we going to do that one? There's nothing really for the house panel. Or you can put, you know what, because there's nothing in there, please make sure you put a 0 so you know there is nothing here. 0 here. How about for laundry? For the laundry, guys, the laundry in the house panel, there are laundry in the house panel, right? So this is going to be equal this cell multiplied by this cell. Also under the laundry. So the laundry panel is going to have the common panel is going to be having the 2 laundry circuits, right? When you guys circuit them, you circuit them from the common house panel. I want you guys to give me thumbs up that we fully understand that every load that we have in this building is going to be under the main panel first. Then we're going to ask ourselves, is this load fit? Is every apartment has this load? If yes, put it under the apartment. If not, you put 0. Then you go to the house panel. Is this load under the house panel? Yes, you put it under the house the house panel. If no, what do you put under the house panel? 0. Any comments, guys? Any questions? What you're doing is you're sizing 3 panels. 1 main, One house for the three, one for the common, and one for all the other apartments, a typical one. Everybody understand, guys, what we're doing here? Okay? Everybody knows why 0 here, small appliances. There is no small appliances under the house panel. Karen and Derek, are we good? Okay. Now, when you reach this level, there's some, probably this is the most, I hate to say advanced, but let me go add these one. We added this. Now, here's another advantage for Excel, guys. If you click on this cell here, this is adding these three, right? Equivalent, if you copy this cell, take this cell, copy it, and if you put it right in here, it will copy the math with it, and it will transfer the cells to the equivalent ones on that column. Look what happened. I'm going to go right click and paste it. That will maximize your paste it here. Look what happened. Not only when I copied it, I copied the math with it. Can you guys see the math transferred? I copied this cell here. The math transferred. I copied this cell. The math transferred adding these three to adding these three. That's a great thing about Excel. When you copy it, it will transfer the math with it, map the math. But be very careful. Check what you have done though. So for example, the reason why this works because this and this are in the same row, this and this are in the same row, and this are in the same row. So I'm doing the same thing in two columns. Now copying will get you right there. You don't have to do it again. Okay. If you click on it to verify, yep, it looks like that blue number 1800 is added to the green number 0 to the whatever color is that one, the 3000. You can use your calculator to verify if you so decide. Okay, so everybody knows copying a cell will transfer the math with it. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? When we copy the cell, it will transfer the math with it, equivalent to where if you're copying columns to the other rows in that particular column. Okay, now we know what to copy. All right, now look what happened here. Now this is where kind of a fuzzy math here. Step number 3. Step number 6. Step number 6, guys, that's probably the most complicated step. It says, remember the first 3,000, leave them alone. Okay, the first 3,000, leave them alone. That's it. Then anything higher than 3,000, multiply it by 35%. How are you going to do this in math? Okay, how are you going to do this in math? The first thing, can you just see, first you need to type this. All you know how to type this is just typing. Then I want you to come to this cell, make this cell equal 3,000, enter. So this cell will always be 3,000. Up. Okay. So then I need to take, can you guys see that number? I need to take my number. This number is the total. Can you guys see that line 5 is the total? So hit equal and click on this cell. Now what you did, you made this cell equal to this cell, right? To the total. Did you guys hear me? So just by hitting equal, this cell is equal to this cell. By hitting equal and picking that cell, then make these two cells equal. Okay? Then this one, I want this one to be subtracting him, right? So this will be equal math equal this cell, okay? Minus, but type minus, and minus 3,000, which is the other cell, equal. So now this cell is equal the total minus 3,000. The total minus 3,000. Which is, here's where I pick the 3,000. If you click on it, taking this now number minus the 3,000. Now the last step you're going to do, I want this cell to equal this cell, and then this will equal this cell multiplied by 0.35. That's where the 0.35 enter. I'm gonna let me transfer this one for a second. So that's the easiest way to do it. I don't want to go to the F close now. So what we did, guys, is the first 3,000 we left them alone. Anything higher than 3,000 we cut them by 35.35. Then we add them up. This number should be equal there. Oops. This equal this cell plus, here's my plus, this cell. Enter. Now I derated my load.
Did you get C? Line C, that 9,000 whatever.
This one?
Yeah.
By multiplying, double click on it here, by multiplying this number by 0.35, which is the 35%. Karen, Derek, does it make sense?
Yeah, I'm just trying to follow. Trying to get everything set up at the same time with staying a little harder.
Yeah.
But on your like the Adobe one, some of it's kind of messed up because you'll show general lighting in this one and small appliances. You don't show it for the apartments, but you're showing it on the house panels. So it might be kind of confusing. But
The general lighting,
like if you go to that
PDF.
you took of the
okay.
yeah, so like at the top there.
Which step are we talking about?
Yours is different from mine.
Are you in the right page? There's multiple pages.
Yeah, I mean I'm all the way at the top.
Okay.
But yours is a lot different than mine.
Which one are you opening?
Residential service entrance and feeder calculation.
Hmm. Did you go to residential project load calculation? This one?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay, so here's which step are you? That's the one I'm opening. That's the one that you should have.
Yeah, that is the one that I have. But if you look on that one shows the general lighting that you're only doing the math for the house panel in that one, not for the apartments.
Yeah, you need to do that for the apartments. Yeah, that was just a guide. Yeah, you need to do it also for the apartments.
Wasn't it supposed to, so shouldn't it shift it back? Like there should be math for the house, but there should be math for the apartments then.
It should be met for both of them. This general light, under this, it will be 3 times the square foot of the whole apartment. This cell will be 3 times the square foot of the largest apartment, and here it will be 3 times the square foot of the common area.
Okay.
Maybe that's, I don't know where I came up with this number, honestly. That's a big number, though.
Yeah, that's how I was
Yeah,
just thinking.
just scratch it. Here's what the rule is: you're going to take the square foot, which we said, what was it? We said 600, multiply by 3. These are just general numbers. I think we were just putzing around with them to get numbers. Okay.
Where's that other one that you have though? You have another copy of that one?
I can load it. Yeah. But don't look at the numbers. You guys are supposed to do the number. I don't want to give you the numbers. You know,
No, I'm just going along so I can see how it's set up.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay. Any comments, any questions? Does that make sense, guys, what we've done? So now we got oh, escape. Now we got our total for step number 3. Then the rest of them is really easy, guys. For ranges, my ranges are 8 kVA each. There's 5 of them. The demand for 5 under 5 ranges from 220.55. I hope that 220.55 should be so you're going to go apply the demand for the ranges now. So you can see we're doing step by step. So I have ranges for 4 of them, 4 ranges. Under B, the demand factor is 0.5. Everybody knows where the 0.5 came to be for ranges, 8,000 kVA. So this number equal this number 8 times 0.5 times 4. Enter. That's where the 1600 came to be. Now for apartment number 1, that's for the total, right? There's 4 of them. The demand factor for 4 is 0.8. Does it make sense, Derek, from table 220.55? Now, under apartment 1, now we're going to go pull it. Apartment 1 has only 1 range. So for 1 range, guys, you're going to take, here's for 1 range, you're going to take equal. For 1 range, the rating factor is 0.8 from 220.55. You take this cell, multiply it by the 8, because each one of them is 8. So look at under the apartment, each apartment is going to only see 6,400. Where does the 0.8 came to be? 1 range, the rating factor from 220.55 is 0.8. 4 ranges, the rating factor is 0.5. Where all these numbers came to be? From 220.55. Okay, how about under the comment panel? Adam, what do you think under the comment panel? Are there any ranges in the comment panel? No. So what do? You put big fat 0. So you know, why do we put 0, Derek? Because we need to make sure that we accommodated, we looked at this load under this panel. If you leave it blank, it might be you didn't do it, you know. So please, wherever you do, put 0 for the ranges. Before, I'm going to go back to step number 6, guys. So this is how we do the ranges. I'm going to go back to step number 6, and I need to apply the same thing on this apartment. Can you guys see that? I want to apply this thing. So we did it for the whole apartment here. Okay, so we did it for the whole apartment. Any question about this mess here? You guys know how to do it? It's really straightforward. The first 3, leave them alone. Anything higher than 3, cut them by 0.5. That's how you do the math. If you look at the math, you subtract the total, 3,000 from the total, which is this one, then you multiply it by 0.8. I'm going to do the same thing. That's for the whole building. I'm going to do the same thing go for the apartment, though. The apartment. Okay? Shall we do it for the apartment? Okay, here is the total for the apartment. Now you're going to be, where are we going to do it? I'm going to do it in this step here. I'm going to do it all together, though, in one math. Can you guys be with me? Okay, so we're going to do the first. So this cell equal, I'm going to make it equal 3,000 plus, in the same cell, open brackets. Could you please open brackets, make a bracket like this? Okay, everybody knows how to make a bracket. Equal, this cell will equal 3,000 plus this cell minus 3,000. Close it and multiplied by, let me show you the math, multiplied by 0.35. Okay, one more time. This is how you can, so what I'm trying to do in Excel, guys, I'm trying to make 3,000 plus the volt M of the apartment minus 3,000 times 0.35.
After you click on that.
Let me just do the math here. Okay. This is, okay, one more time. Here you go. First, can you guys see? First, you take the 3,000. That's this number here. Then, plus, make sure you open brackets. You open the brackets. So I open brackets. I want to take this cell, which is the total volt amp for the apartment, subtract 3,000 from it, then multiply it by 0.3, cut it by 0.3, then add the two together. That's how we do it all in one cell. Enter. One more time. So that's the value. That's how you do the math for this.
After the 3,000, did you close the bracket and then you?
Yes.
0.35?
Yes. You multiply by 0.35. You have to close the brackets. You're doing math. If you don't close the...
Open up another bracket for that 0.35?
No.
Or-
No. You just type 0.35. Is it hard to see it? Can you see it from there? Or do I need... You blow it up a little bit? It doesn't blow up even. Okay. Any comments, guys? Any questions? Any comments? Any questions? Okay, let's go do the same step right here. Derek, my friend, let's go right here. Now I want to do it for the common building. Shall we do it for the common building? Okay. What was the volt amp for the common building anyway? The volt is that... oh. Except I did, okay, except guys, this one, do me a favor. This one shouldn't be this cell here, should be the cell above. Look how if you made a mistake, I made a mistake, I picked this cell, it should be that cell. Look how easy to fix it. Drag that box, can you guys see, hover over the box until you see that cross. Can you guys see it? Hover over it, drag it, look what happened, look. Drag it and put it right at the top of the number that you want. And hit enter. And here's you fix the problem. Because I picked a cell that I'm not supposed to. So that's a cell that I need. So this cell, I'm going to go delete this cell now, so I don't go confused with it. And I'm going to go, by the way, yeah, color. How do you do color? Adam, look at this. I have red here. I want to get rid of the red. Go to the color here, the fill, and hit no fill. I want to color this red. Go to the color here and put red. Everybody knows how to color a cell? To fill it with the color? I'm going to go do the same thing, guys, for the 3,000. I'm going to go, I'm going to do the same thing for the apartment building. One more time, your chance. Hit equal. I'm going to do the same step for the common panel. Equal. Let's go type 3,000 plus, open brackets. Now this cell this time, minus 3,000, close the brackets and multiply it by 0.5, 0.35. Everybody can see how the math that we did here, that's, can you guys see it? 3,000 plus Q24, cell 24, because I'm doing it for the, that's the cell, the right here, the cell that under the house panel. Minus 3,000 multiplied by 0.35 and hit enter when you're done. Enter. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the math that you do to get that one. So this is what the code says. The first 3,000, leave them alone. Take the 3,000, anything higher than 3, cut it by 35, then add them together. That's how we do it in Excel. Any comments, any questions? Does it make sense, Adam? Derek? I know you need to add, you build your stuff yet. When I'm done, guys, I'll PDF this one, put it in the network for you too. All right, let me do the electric. Now I do have, and see, I'm going to do the electric dryers. I have 2 dryers, each one of them at 5. So this will equal, this cell equal the 5,000 multiplied by 2. Multiplied by that 1 is the derating factor. The 1 is the derating factor because if you have more than, I think 3 dryers, you start derating. But I don't have more than 3, so hit equal. So if you click on this equal these 3 cells multiplied by each other. Why 3 cells? 2 dryers. The size of the dryer is 5,000. The last cell it has 1. That's your derating factor. Why 1? Because we don't derate. If we derate, remember how we did the derating for dryers? You start putting like 0.5, 0.3, whatever. We're not derating here. Okay, same thing. Now, are the dryers fed from, look at this. The dryers are not fed from the apartment. So what do you need to go put under the apartment? 0. Now, how about the main panel? Look, the house panel, guys, the dryers are under the house panel. So here's what we do. The same math. Equal 5 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 and enter, right? I did the same math under the house panel. Any question why did I do the dryers under the house panel? Because they are fit from the house panel. Why did I put them under the main panel? Because they must be fit from the main, everything is fit from the main panel. You guys will start, everything fit from the main panel, then you have to decide, are they house or are they apartment? Okay, so that's how we do this cell. Let's go to the heat, electric heat. Enter the largest, so heat or cool. Your air conditioning, guys, I have 4 air conditioning. Each one of them is 4,000. So this step will be equal the 4 multiplied by 4 and hit enter. And then I have 3 heaters. Each one of them is 3,000. So this cell will be equal the 3,000 multiplied by 3. All these numbers are coming from the sheet that I gave you. And then you are to choose the largest of the 2. So which one is the largest, the 1,600 or the 9,000? 16,000 or 9,000? So that's why I highlighted in red the 16,000. 16,000 you're going to choose the largest of the 2. So this step will be what? The total will be 16,000. Cool? There's another way of doing it, guys. Probably, gosh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab this one, make it equal this multiplied by this. Enter. Can you guys see that? So can you make it this way, please? So here's the 16,000, here's the 9,000. Now this cell, let me tell you how to do the max. Use the function max. Anybody have used the function max? The maximum of 2 values in Excel? Here's how you do it. Hit equal and type max, M-A-X. And open the bracket. Oops, open the brackets like this. Okay, now what you're telling Excel is find the max of 2 values. Okay, pick the first. And hit control, pick the second. Oops. Did I do them more than once? I have 2. Close the brackets and enter. Can you guys see now it's picking the largest of, it says max. Can you guys see how the function is? Everybody can see that the function is. It's max 16 or 9,000. Pick the largest of 16 and here's how the max looks like. Max, open brackets, cell H44, H45. Find the maximum of the 2 and put it there. That's a good function to use in Excel. Max. Everybody knows how to use the max, equal, max, open brackets, pick the 2 or the 3 or the 4 or the whole list. Now, I want to bring to your attention, guys, a few things. This is under the whole building. Under the apartment, the air conditionings, each apartment is going to have one air conditioning, right? So that's going to be a 4,000. So this is going to be a 4,000, one air conditioning. Um, under the whole apartment, the common panel is going to have the 3 multiplied by 3,000 multiplied by 3. The apartment panel must be able to handle the 3 heaters by themselves. Before I leave this steps, Karen, any question why this is a 4,000 here and why this is 9,000? Because the common panel is going to have 3 heaters. Each heater is going to be 3,000. The 3 of them will be 9,000. Are there any air conditioning to compare with under the common panel? No. So you leave them alone. Same thing. Come to the apartment panel. Each apartment panel is going to have a 4,000 square foot, 4,000 kVA. Are there any heating to compare with in the apartment panel? No, there is not a whole lot of heat. It's gas. We're doing gas for the apartment. So that's why we stick with the 4,000. For the whole building, you have the choice of comparing these two values together because it's going to be seen by the main panel. Okay, so that's then I'm going to do step number units and AC. Step number 10 is adding them all up. So 6D, 7, 8, and 9. So this will be equal 6D. Where's my 6D? 6D is right here, plus 7 right here, plus 8 right here, plus 9 right here, and enter. So that's the value of the ranges, the clothes dryers, the heat cool. The same thing you're going to do for the apartment building, guys. Equal D equal this cell plus this cell plus this cell plus this cell. Enter. And because now you guys are good, instead of doing the same thing for the apartment for the house panel, all what you have to do is just go. Where did I put it? Right here. Instead of Adam doing it, now guess what we're going to do? Go copy it. Look how easy that is. Put it here since they're all in the same row. And right click and paste it. And it will take all the math with it. Here you can see, if you want to double click, you can see it's carrying all the math with it. Any comments, guys? Any questions? So we added them all up. Any question about the math? Then now we're going to go down to any question up to step number 10. And you guys should know why we're doing these steps, right? These directly from the code, step by step, load calculation. I'm just focusing more on Excel than on the code this time. Okay, up to. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do the motors, guys. Any question before I move into the motors, the electricals, the appliances? It should be the appliances. 52. Oops, no. Can you guys change this one into appliances? The title for this one, I think it's titled wrong. Oh, no, it is not. It's just not shown. Okay, that's why. There you go. Does yours show the PDF file? Yep, it does. Okay, electric ranges. Okay, yep. Step number 11, you guys show. Okay, that mine wasn't. Okay. Okay, the appliances. Here's my appliances. These are all the load for the appliances. So the first thing you need to do is take this, multiply by this. And because there's 4 water heaters, multiply them. Now, since I did the math here, look what happened. Instead of doing the math for here and here and here, look what happened. I grab this, guys, and drag it all the way down. Can you guys watch me? Dragging all the way down, that will take the math with it. Enter. Can you guys see that? By dragging or copying this cell to the lower cells, it will drag the math with it. So here's all the fasten in place appliances for this apartment. This number here equal sum. I'm going to use sum. I'm going to use sum instead of adding. I'm going to use the function sum. Type sum, open brackets. Can you guys see that? Sum of these cells and enter. Look what happened. You sum. Can you guys see the function that you sum instead of plus cell 1 plus cell 2 plus cell 3? There's an alternative for plussing it with using the function sum. Sum, open brackets, and go from cell H52 to cell H55. All the cells between and including H52 and H55 will be summed together. That's a function that we use also, sum. Okay? I summed them, added them up. Now, I want to bring to your attention, guys, the same thing under each apartment. It's only one of these. So can you guys see that one? Why these are the values here? So this value basically is only one. So this equal this value multiplied by 1. Because there's only one of them in each apartment. So there you go. Can you guys, can I have a thumbs up? Why do I have only one in each apartment versus 4 in the whole building? Right? There are 4 apartments. Each one of them have 5,000 volt amp water heater. When you're looking at the sizing that apartment panel, the panel will be only seeing one water heater. Okay, so Adam, now I need to total these. What am I gonna? I'm gonna total them right here. Equal. Open. Now I'm gonna go sum. Same thing. Sum. And grab this. Oops, I didn't put brackets. Sum. Open the bracket, and sum these together. Equal. So this value under each apartment. This value for the whole building. Now for the common panel, it's going to be 0. Why 0? Are there any water heater for the common panel? Are there any dishwasher for the common panel? Are there any food disposal for the common panel? No. So what do you do for the common panel? It's going to be all seen as 0. All seen as 0. Yes, sir.
Hold up. How'd you get 20,000 at water heater?
This, I took 5,000 multiplied by 4. Okay? When you're looking at the whole building. Cool? Derek, does it too much? Too little? Good.
No, I mean, I'm just kind of watching right now.
Yeah.
I was going through, I'd be a step behind, so.
Yeah. But do you see the math? I'm interested in knowing how to do the math.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I see that, yeah.
And how to format it. It's really that's all my interest.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Okay, the last thing for motors, guys, you're supposed to choose the largest. This is interesting. Very interesting step. Up step number 12, it says pick the largest motor. You're going to take I'm sorry, pick if you have 4 or more, you apply a demand factor on them. So this cell here equal this cell. So now this cell is the same, multiplied, and then here's a 0.75, that's from the code. Then this cell equal this, multiplied by this from the code, 75% of their total. Okay, the same thing here, guys. You're going to take this cell equal, but this time this number, multiplied by 0.75. So you're taking 75% of your total. Look at this here. And look at this here. 75% of your total. Okay. So that's basically that.
You get that 8,600, is that the 34,400 divided by 240?
8,600 here.
Yeah.
This one is summing all these together.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Now I want to remind you, gentlemen, like for that step, it will be 0 here, right? It will be 0 here. So the step here, it would be 0, right? Because there's nothing under the house panel. Any comments, guys? Any questions about step number 12? Now it says add line 10. Here's my line 10. Where's my line 10? Line 10. This number. We're going to add line 10 to line 12. Line 10 to line 12. So here's this one equal, line 10 is equal right here. Where is it? Line 10 right here. Enter. So I grabbed line 10. Line 12, guys, equal. Here's line 12 equal to this value. Enter. Then you add them together. Then this equal this value plus this value. So that's what you get so far. Same thing for this volt amp. Same thing here. You're going to have this one. It's going to equal basically this value plus the value that we got for the air conditioning. Enter. And this one is also going to be equal, copy right here, paste that. Why didn't I add? Don't I have? Yeah, I do have. Why didn't it carry it? Okay, so let me see. Where am I here? Okay, so we got these. We got this value. Now this value is going to be this plus this, which is nothing. No, we don't want that one. Plus this. Enter. There you go. So that's adding these steps on each one of these panels. For the whole panel, it will be 80,000. For the apartment panel, 21,000. For the comment panel, it will be 22,000.
Step 12, the demand.
Step 12. Let's go to step 12. Okay.
Apartments and not that one, the apartments and.
Apartment right here.
Yeah, what did you do for?
You took double click on it. You took this number here and multiplied by 0.75.
Oh, okay. The number from the
This is the number from step 11. Okay.
How did you get?
Go ahead.
How did you get 11? How did you get for step 11? How did you get the total? Did you just add them all together?
Oh, this one, yeah. This one here,
Yeah. You just
yeah.
add-
Sum him.
Oh, okay. All right.
You sum him. Yep. Any comments, guys? I know it's involved. I know there's a lot of calculation involved into it. Okay, I'm going to do step number 14, and then we're almost done. Step number 14. You guys, do you need a quick break? Yes, no? There, Karen? Yes, no? I need another 20 minutes. Okay. For motors, here's all the motors that we have, guys, in this apartment. The sump pump, laundry, bathroom, pool, garage, furnace. Here's the values for each one of them. Here's how many of each we have. So this, basically, this cell equal this number multiplied by 1. Enter. Then you copy this cell. Look how we drag it. Can you see Adam? Drag, drag, drag all the way. That will copy the math. Then sum. This cell equals sum. Open your brackets. And you sum them all. And enter. Now that's the total of all these. Then the code says, guys, take the largest motor. Here's how you find the largest motor. You take, this cell should be the largest motor, which is max, open brackets. Oops. You need to find, so you have to equal max, open brackets. So max, pick the max, excuse me, pick the max of any of these. So you, all these data, find the maximum between them. Can you guys see the maximum among all these happen to be the swimming pool pump? Then this number here will multiply this by 25%, 0.25. That's what the code says, 25% on the feeder. Okay, so that's a 25% on total. Then add them up, add the whole total. This equal this plus, so added 25% on them. So that's a number for all the motors. First you add them up, then you add 25% on the largest. Now you guys going to do the same thing for the common and the same thing for the apartment. Okay. The last thing, guys, is pool heater. The pool heater, we have one pool heater, that's special heater. It's at 4,000. Then add them up. Look what I'm going to do this step. Grand total, it's going to equal 13, step 13, which is this value, plus step 14, which is this value, plus step 14.1, which is this value, equal. Here's my total for the whole apartment building. Any comments, guys? Any questions about the total for the whole apartment? I have 100,000 volt amp. Now, since this is the system, look what happened here. Now, then this equal this value. Okay. Then I need to, yeah, we did that. Then I need to divide it by 240 because the voltage is 240, guys. Here's what happened. Then this equal, oops, you're going to find the amps, and then we're done. This number equal this, divide. How do you do divide? You put the slash here, divide by 240, enter. So I have 420 amps. 420 amps. The size of this panel is going to be 420 amps. The next standard size atom, it's going to be 450. The next standard size overcome protection device and panel is going to be 450. Then you need to size the, here guys, then we're going to we're going to repeat the same steps for the neutral. We're going to repeat the same steps for the neutral. Everything that we did basically for the neutral. And I walked you through how to use the sheet, but my intention here is the math. So the apartment size, the panel size for this apartment, guys, is 450. 450. Any comments, any questions? Any comments, any questions? Does that make sense? Then when you find the apartments, the size of the panel, then you can, 450, you can go size the ungrounding conductor for it. The ungrounding conductor for it. I have not done the apartment. Shall we do the apartment right here, guys? Pull a couple of things and do the apartment. So I have sump pump is not under the apartment. So that will be, in a case like this, let me just go, where are we here? Under, okay. So let me just transfer the loads a little bit. So the sump pump, this cell will be equal to this because it's in the comment. Exhaust fan, same thing. Exhaust fan is going to be under the comment panel. Bathroom fans, guys, are going to be right under. So this will be 0 here. Oops. This will be 0 here, 0 here. I'm transferring the load here. This will be 1 fan. Swimming pool, it will be fed. We have a swimming pool, guys. It will be fed from the comment panel. So for the swimming pool, it will be right in here. And this will be 0. What I'm doing is I'm picking, Derek, the load and saying, is this going to be in the apartment panel? Yep. Is this going to be in the comment panel? Yep. Can you guys see that? The last thing is garage door opener. Each apartment is going to have its own garage door opener. So it's going to be under the panel. Furnace, each panel is going to have its own furnace. So we're going to pick up that one. Though the common panel is not going to have a garage door opener or a furnace. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? We know how we transfer these loads under the apartment and the comment. Whatever under the apartment, I put it under the apartment. Whatever under the panel, I did it under the panel. Then I'm going to add them up, guys. Here's my sum. I'm going to use sum open. I'm just going to sum all these. And I'm going to copy this and sum all these here. So now I added all these at the top. Then I need the 25. I need, okay, so we have the largest motor. I need to find the largest motor of all of these. So I'm going to say max, open brackets, oops, equal. Let's say equal, max, open brackets, the max of all these. Cool. Here's the max of all these. Then I would like to multiply it. This will equal the max multiplied by 0.25. 0.25. Oops, no value. Oops. So multiplied basically by 0.25. So that's the largest on this motor. I'm going to copy this math, guys, here. Copy. Paste it here. Except I need also to copy this math and copy it here. So what I did here, I found the maximum of all these, multiply it by 0.25. Then the total, guys, is very easy here. You take equal this one, equal this, plus this. enter, and you copy this cell, and you put it right here. So this is for the apartments. Each one of these, this is for the apartment. And this one is for the common. And you need to find the total for each one of them, guys. I'm going to do this one here is equal. Step number 13. Step number 13, which was right here, plus for this apartment. Step number 14, which is this, plus step number 14, 1, there's, oh yeah, there's 14, 1, which would be somewhere here. Enter, there's nothing. So that's the total for the apartment, 1126. We did that right. The heater, I want to remind you guys, the heater here is going to be transferred into the common panel, the swimming pool heater. And then when we take this step, you're going to take this plus this plus whatever we came up at the top here. Enter. And here's my total for the apartment, and my total for the apartment, and my total for the common panel. The last thing you need to do, guys, is divide it by, take this number, this will be equal this number here, divided by 240, enter. The apartment panel will be 102.5 amp. Then you do the same thing, you take this number here, divide it by 240, and the size of my common panel is going to be 140 amps. So this will translate, so that's the size of your panels, 102 amps and 140 amps for the common panel and the apartment panel. So we size the common, we size the apartment. So you end up with a panel, 150 amp panel, and for the apartment panel, strictly 110 amp panel. The code, the next standard up size over computation device 110. So we size the apartment panels 110 for each one of them, 4 of them. The common panel is 150, and the main panel 450 amp. Any comments, guys? Any questions? Any comments? Any questions? What I'm going to do, Derek, I'm going to PDF this one, put it in a network for you, so you have the exact numbers. And then we'll ignore the other one that we did. You still need to do the neutral goal. You still need to do the neutral calculation. We will be doing 3 of these calculations, guys, commercial, industrial. The more you know about the math, my interest in this is the math, you know. And of course, the code, I don't think you were here, you missed on when we walked them through the code, Derek. I don't think I walked everybody through how to use it, why, like, what does it mean each step, each one of these steps. Okay, so any comments, guys, any questions? This will be due Friday of next week. So we have time. I want to remind you, when you're done, this is done with the ungrounded conductor, guys. Then you have to do the same calculation for the neutral. Can you guys see that? Same calculation, basically repeat. And at the end, you will be sizing the ungrounded conductor, and you will be sizing the neutral conductor, the ungrounded conductor, and the neutral conductor. The ungrounded conductor, the hots, as well as the neutral conductors. Any comments, any questions? Okay, thank you.